Hey, welcome back to Horrific Horror Review. I'm Jim,
I'm Eric B.
and this is from our long hiatus, but had to come out of the woodwork to
Because
do
it's
a
Halloween. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
October.
So we're gonna talk about some Halloween shit,
Yeah.
and not necessarily just Halloween, but I guess horror. in
Horror
general,
shit.
Right?
Halloween is the time of horror. It always
Yes.
has been.
I was just telling Eric here, I've watched 2 movies a day this entire month, maybe plus.
Fucking A.
It's
I
not
don't
my
get to do
commitment
that.
to it. I know.
I don't get to do that.
But who is the Masked Singer? No, I'm kidding.
I
I'm
forget.
just kidding.
I fucking forget, man.
Do you really watch it? I was just.
I don't want. Well,
Is it on?
is
your
that
house?
that's the question, isn't it? I'm there for it.
There you go.
My girlfriend watches it, and I'm there.
I was just fucking with you, that's fun.
Fucking
So, horror movie. What's the last horror movie you watched?
the last horror movie I watched was it was last night.
yesterday?
Check this shit out. I found this is awesome. I found a 1980, 81 made-for-TV movie version of Sleepy Hollow starring Jeff fucking Goldblum as fucking
Ichabod.
Ichabod
I
Crane.
know it. I saw it,
It
probably when it came out. I
It's
know it.
fucking awesome.
No, I don't think it was.
I am just. It's Jeff Goldblum.
I know. But
It's
he's
the
awful.
Bloom. And he.
See, funny that you say that because I just watched
He
like
was so
2 years
young
ago Transylvania 65000.
Yeah, there you go again.
with the gold
The
Bloom.
Bloom.
with the
The
Converse,
Bloomer.
with the outfits.
You know who's that blonde guy? His partner in that movie.
Ah, God, what's his
Very similar physically, except almost like color-wise, the polar opposite. Like
Exactly.
blonde.
Yeah, blonde and
like
really white,
like almost
pasty.
albino blonde.
He reminds me.
He's
of
in a
the dude
bunch
from
of
Dumb
shit.
And Dumber, but it's not.
No, it's definitely not that guy.
This is Jeff.
But Transylvania 65000,
Yeah,
I remember
stupid.
seeing that when I was really little
Me too.
and fucking just getting a mean fucking hard on for Gina Davis. Like, holy fuck was she hot when I was like 4. When I was 4
like 4.
and Gina Davis
What?
was like a vampire chick, like Vampirella kind of thing, fuck was that hot. Would that be as hot to me now? Probably not. But I haven't watched it in a really long fucking time.
It's
I
still
might be
very-
like, wow, Gina. Maybe that's why I like the goth chicks and shit. I mean, is that the one?
Is
Like,
that
there's
the
a
one that did it
source
for you?
for everybody, and that might be the source that goes back to like the goth chick thing. Might be Gina Davis in Transylvania 65000, or Trash.
Mine was the girl dancing in Legend.
Oh,
And he
really?
gives her the black
Ferris Bueller's
dress.
girlfriend?
Yeah, with the
See,
black
that's-
lipstick.
When I
and
saw
everything.
Legend, I was like, fuck, that's Ferris Bueller's girlfriend. And then I didn't go any further than that.
Oh my god.
That's where I got stuck. I was
Really?
Like, gosh, yeah, fucking A. There's something about that movie, man, where I go, Ferris Bueller's girlfriend, Tom Cruise. I can't get into the movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where you just stop, like,
You can't stop associating it.
Tim Curry is a great.
He's the best darkness
That's
ever.
when he came. I remember when he came on screen. I was like, "Holy fuck! What is this?"
It was
and
badass.
just it's so weird, and the story is so. It's like if you catch that movie, even 15 minutes in, you're fucked
Yeah, pretty much.
because it's just
You
like,
need to
what's
know
going on?
The betrayal of the
Who's
unicorn
what?
from the get-go.
Why? What the fuck? It's not. Was that really Scott?
Yeah,
It was.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's not like.
Deep and artsy.
Oh fuck, man! He doesn't really tell like a story like he tells a linear story, but it's man, there's something like about the first 5 minutes of a Ridley Scott movie. Like you
It
need
makes
to
or
be
breaks
there.
it. Oh yeah.
You just need to be there because the rest is fucking gobbledygook. It's beautiful, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
makes no sense at all. You need, and sometimes even then you're like, fuck, this is the version without the voiceover. Fuck. I like the voiceover in Blade Runner, personally. Harrison Ford doesn't like it.
No?
He hates it.
Huh.
He's like, this movie's way better off without the fucking cheesy detective narration. That, like,
Really? I like this.
1940s private dick.
That's what made it cool.
And she walked into my office.
The Decker
blah,
stuff.
blah.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was so cool. Like, I remember watching that movie as a kid, thinking that was fucking awesome, and then renting it again as a teenager and being like, why am I not nearly as entertained? And then remembering, like, there are lines that I clearly remember that I'm not hearing. And then watching it again later with the narration and being like, oh, fuck.
That's what,
That's what was missing.
Right.
So much better with the narration, I think.
Me and my buddy Danny Pell snuck into that movie.
Did you?
Yeah, like we were way too young to be watching it.
Yeah.
But it
Because
was
you were
good.
like, what, 10?
10 or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking
But it was Han Solo, dude. And it was the girl from Splash.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid.
I love Splash. I loved that movie as a kid. You know what I love? John Candy.
Well, who doesn't?
That's what I loved about that movie.
I like the guy. I can never remember his name. The guy who was trying to get the picture with the big, thick eyebrows and the.
Oh, the fucking
He was
Levy,
on-
Robert
Yeah,
Eugene Levy.
Eugene Levy. That's
Yeah.
it. He
He's
was
got
great.
a head of hair. Oh, I know. He kind of, you know what? What's great about his character is he comes full circle at the end. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
I love characters like that.
Me too.
They start off as dicks, and then by the end, they're the good guy in the movie.
And they're helping you out.
That's so
Yeah.
great. That's always my favorite character in the movie.
We used to have a VHS that was a double box of Splash and The Man with One Red Shoe.
No shit, Tom Hanks box. The Man with One Red Shoe is a weird movie.
It's super weird.
It's a super
It
weird
was
movie.
weird. I didn't get it when I was a kid.
They made
It was-
some fucking really weird sexual buddy comedies in the 80s with a lot of
Yeah.
tits. You know? Movies that they don't make anymore.
I've noticed in general. Like, I think we were
There's a
talking about this the
genre
other
that's
day.
completely gone.
That's what happened. That's where horror took a downfall when they stopped taking off.
Boobs?
Yeah, it was mandatory. It was literally mandatory in every horror movie.
Yeah.
There was boobs.
Well, you always got,
And
like,
then-
there were certain beats that they
I
always
think
did.
it was like the PG-13 era that crushed it all. or
Something bad happened in the late 80s, early 90s. Everything went really bad. And then around towards the late 90s,
Cocaine
things started
got harder
to
to
get
get.
better again. Fucking,
But I've noticed I've been watching a lot of older horror movies this month, and it was damn near based on boobs. And then I watched
a lot of them.
I watched Scream, and it was funny because you know how they talk about all the
horror
stereotypes
movie
of horror
tropes.
Yeah, and they're like, "Don't ever have sex." With fucking Jamie Kennedy. And,
Yeah, the stupid rule guy.
And then they were supposed to have the part where they take the top off, and that girl takes her top off, but dude stands in front of her, and you don't ever actually really get to see more than side boob. But it was funny because I felt like that was the turning of the tides. But I
Like,
mean,
of it
it's
going
not like
away?
yeah, where it started.
It had been gone away for a long time before then. It had been away for a while. It was starting to come back around then.
started to come back.
Fuck.
Not
I
that I
remember
care
things
about the
went
boobs.
bad right
It was
around Friday the 13th part, like 7-ish, is when things started to go, like they started to go, yeah, we can't show boobs anymore. We got to lighten up on the gore. And if you're going to have one, you can't really have the other.
Right? That's what I remember. It was sex or
like
violence.
They
It was
they
one or
really
the
tightened
other.
up. It was when, like, you know, like songs like Cop Killer were coming out and shit. Like Tipper Gore was like squeezing fucking Ice-T's balls, just like,
Right,
"Rrr,"
right.
and there was like the whole parental
The
advisory thing,
PMRC, right?
and like everything was getting squeezed, everything, and everything was getting like really policed. You know, like everything creative and movies and TV and music, everything. And then I think things started to lighten up again, like in the late 90s. I think 7 came out. And I think shit just got really weird all of a sudden.
That was really weird.
Yeah, it was. I think 7 changed things. It
That
changed.
was a great movie. The
You
first
know,
time
it
I
was
saw
a
it.
major movie that was horror, very much a horror movie. And at the same time, super fucking twisted. You know, it was really, it wasn't just, you know, a fucking slasher. Like, with a goofy killer. It was fucking twisted. And,
There's a fly in here attacking me.
that you got a big fucking there's a big ass housefly outside. I just saw it. Like one of those huge fucking things.
That actually bites.
But you watched Son of Frankenstein
I did.
recently.
I did.
Yeah. What did you
I
think
did.
of that movie? I love that movie.
It's funny.
I love the two of them, Son of
I-
Frankenstein and Ghost of Frankenstein.
Yeah,
I love those.
I love Igor's part in it.
He's so funny.
He's the loitering.
Bela
babysitter.
Lugosi
Yeah, Bela,
plays
yeah.
Igor. Our first look at
And
Igor.
I love how the city calls him in. That the Burgermeister and
The council.
Yeah, and they want to know what's going on up at
The
Castle
city
Frankenstein.
fathers.
Yeah,
What's going on
Yes.
up at Frankenstein Mansion?
and he's you
Nothing, I
already
don't know.
broke my neck already. You know.
You can't hang me again.
Yeah, and the judge backs it up too. You're right, Igor.
He's like, you're right. You were
We
pronounced
can't hang
dead.
you again.
We can't hang you again. Not for the same crime.
And then
Anyway.
he spits all over that dude.
Oh, he coughs on the
Yeah,
one guy
yeah.
who was for sure one of the guys who had him
to
hung
begin with. Yeah. And
previous.
you have to forgive my big bone. He
He's
shows
got-
like the big broken
He-
collarbone.
Igor had been hung
Left for dead.
stealing bodies for Frankenstein.
Yes.
Left for dead and wasn't dead
Exactly.
and ended up living in Frankenstein's like old lab that blew up.
Which is pretty interesting and fun.
Very cool.
It's a cool set.
It's
I
a
like the
great set. That big round door that they fucking pull up on the chain.
So I have
Fucking-
to bring up something that the internet brought up. Like, I'm in this Universal Monsters group.
About Son of Frankenstein?
Yeah, and I posted that I was watching it, and we were all discussing parts of it. And there was like 70 comments of, I hate that little kid's freaking voice.
Oh my God.
I didn't realize it was
Okay.
like chalk,
Can I
nails on a
say-
chalkboard for people.
I fucking cannot stand the relationship that Basil Rathbone, the son of Frankenstein, has with his fucking son in that movie. It's fucking disgusting. Hello, son! He's like a fucking moron. It's like a puppy or something.
It is.
He has no... They've got this nanny. They have no, like, hands. I don't think he touches the boy.
No hands
one
on
time.
parenting at
Like,
all.
it's really bizarre. And it was like, yeah, shit. The wealthy back then were like that with their children. Like,
Right.
other people raised your kid. And
Sometimes
he's
raised
like
by the
waving at
same
him from
lady.
20 feet away. Hi, son! It was like, he's
Sometimes
not sitting on your lap
they
at
were-
the kitchen table?
They were
You don't
raised
do
by
that?
the same lady that raised them sometimes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
very much so.
Same name.
Yeah. But that fucking movie...
I liked the sets. I liked the monster for
really
sure.
cool. You know what I didn't like about the monster? And it took me a couple of times watching it for me to figure
Okay.
it out. His black lipstick.
Yeah.
I watched that movie and I immediately went to like a book that has like a bunch of stills of Frankenstein and the monster from the first and the second movie. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, his makeup is way different in this one. And it was mostly that black lipstick. Really changed a lot of his look. You know what I mean? Like it was.
He was supposed to look more dead.
I don't know what that was
I don't
about because I
know.
remember going back and his lips are really pale in the other ones.
So what bugged me about the monster
Yeah,
is that giant fucking woolly sweat.
I love the fur coat.
I knew you would because you're that Bigfoot guy.
I love it.
I knew you would.
It's not because
I
of
hate
Bigfoot,
I
but
hate it.
you know when Bela Lugosi, when Igor is talking to the son of Frankenstein, and he's like, "Where the fuck did you find him? Like, where the fuck?" And Igor's like, "Oh, he find him outside. He fucking got hit by lightning." And he's like, "What was he doing outside?" He's like, "Oh, he was hunting." And he kind of sneers. He's like, and it's like, oh fuck! For like 20 years, 30 years, this fucking thing has been walking around the woods,
Killing people.
like killing people,
Yeah.
killing fucking like deer and shit and sheep. That was clearly like sheepskin that he was wearing, and it made sense because it's like, oh fuck, it's wintertime. He gets cold. He kills a sheep. He wears
It
it.
gets cold.
It makes it fucking.
gets
hey,
cold.
Well, I'm sure he does. I'm sure. You don't think Frankenstein monster
He
gets
was
cold?
frozen in a block of ice, frozen.
Yeah,
And
cold as fuck, exactly. He was cold. He obviously gets cold.
He's dead.
Well, even more reason to want you to stay warm. Do you know?
Like,
I'm sure-
I
I'm
realized
sure
that was a time period when I watched it yesterday because, like, I never really focused on this before until yesterday, actually.
Yeah.
when the sheriff constable guy, whatever he is
The chief inspector.
yeah, he's at his house and he's warning him about the monster and telling him about all these terrors that the monster was on.
Murders
And
that
that's
the
when
monster
you really,
created.
yeah, like actual like whole villages he terrorized.
I
and stuff.
took note of that as well.
I didn't realize, in my mind, it kind of like cut off from movie to movie to movie.
Ah.
He was, he was in the windmill, and then he got out of the windmill, and then bride, and it was.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize that he was touring for a while. Like the only touring we got to see was like the blind guy's house,
Right.
And I guess and the little girl with the flowers. But you know what I mean?
I
Like,
do.
I didn't realize that there was years of him being a menace.
Right.
And why and explain so much more why the town didn't want to fucking talk about it anymore.
I like that the inspector was the victim of the monster.
Oh, I
one
loved
of the monster's victims.
He was like, "Well, how do you know?" And he shows him the bar.
He's got a fucking wooden arm
I love when he puts it up and sticks his monocle.
that
in
he
it
can
to
move
keep-
around and shape into different movements, and it'll hold that.
Yes,
that,
it will,
that-
which is
where he
funny
put it.
too.
And they do a really funny version of that in Young Frankenstein. But I love that character. I love the
Yeah.
inspector character. I love that he's like, when I was like 10 years old, the fucking monster ripped my arm out by the roots.
By the roots, he said,
He's
dude.
like,
Yeah, I love that.
It's not the kind of thing you forget,
Right.
Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Ooh, my bad."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh."
backing out.
Because at the time, Dr. Frankenstein, the new Dr. Frankenstein, is like, hey, man, this is, villagers and their fucking spooky tales. And it's like,
yeah,
villagers and their spooky tales, my ass. Check this out. Your dad's creation ripped my fucking arm off.
right.
It's not a ghost
And
story.
I was a little kid.
It's real.
Right?
It's a real thing. And your fucking dad did it. But he's cool with him. He's like, he realizes that he's not the guy who did
Right.
it. He's just kind of keeping his eye on it.
And it's like half protection for the village,
And half
it's
for
half
him,
for
too.
him, too,
Because
yeah.
he doesn't. At
He's
first,
like, "Hey man, the villagers are kind of not going to be welcoming, buddy.
Well,
Like, don't
yeah.
go down to town right now.
At
Not
first,
a good idea."
he's just some innocent guy coming to town, and the villagers were like ready to fucking hang him right away.
right away.
Like, we're running this fucking Frankenstein
Right,
the fuck out of town.
right.
And the inspector was the one who's like, you gotta give him a shot. Like,
Yeah.
that was his dad. You can't condemn him. Like, he was a cool character.
He was.
But eventually, he at the same
I
time,
mean, he's the same character, like the same actor who played the Burgermeister in all the other ones.
he's in a
Right,
lot
for
of
most
those
them,
movies.
I'm pretty
He's in
sure.
quite a
Like,
few.
I think he's the Burgermeister from all the werewolf.
He's in a lot. He's in quite a few Universal horror movies where he plays other characters and shit. But I like the following one. I like Ghost of Frankenstein too, but only because of the way the monster looks.
See, that's the reason I don't like it.
It covered in that fucking
the mud,
dude.
the Lon Chaney fucking.
I think it goes along with the title of the movie, Ghost of Frankenstein. And you got the monster of Frankenstein covered in this like white dust.
Yeah,
And is it just me or is that
it's
like
dried mud. I'm pretty sure.
it's sulfur?
Okay,
Dry, but yeah,
Well,
mud.
yeah, from the
Essentially,
sulfur,
it's the sulfur pit.
from the stink of Son of Frankenstein
Mm-hmm. At the
It's-
end,
pit.
yeah.
Yeah,
when he falls into the sulfur pit. Which, where the fuck was that? The first two movies,
right.
it's under his lab. And, sulfur pit. Fucking Basil
What's that
Rathbone
smell?
notices it.
Yeah,
And fucking, I have to mention, I really like Basil Rathbone in this movie in
I
the
do too.
sense that he's creepy as fuck. He's
it
really.
doesn't take him long to turn right into his dad.
He
Like, it's
immediately
Seeing the creature, seeing that his dad succeeded,
the
seeing what it
Frankenstein
is, and
madness. Like,
Yeah, it's just
right
boom.
away.
I must take care of it, nurture it, exploit it.
I loved the way he fucking like lost his shit when the monster got out, and he's putting guns under his pillow and shit. He's like telling his wife, "It's okay,
Yeah.
it's okay." Like people are missing. And he's like, and he knows
But
the
they got
monster
their
killed
kids-
him, and
they
he's
got
just
the
like,
kids
"It's all
sleeping
right,
with them.
it's all right." He's just freaking out, and she's like, "I know something's wrong." He's like, "No, nothing's fucking wrong."
It's all good.
He was like hyperventilating and shit. he didn't take it like, okay, his father didn't take it well,
No,
but his father didn't come off as such a bitch.
no, he was just more crazy,
Like, Basil Rathbone seemed like just a panicking little bitch when
right?
he found out that thing got out. And, it's the monster of Frankenstein. So, I don't know. I would have got the fuck out of there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd have fucking took my wife and my kid and been like, we're getting the fuck out
Yeah,
now.
fuck this castle. Fuck
Let's get
this,
to this fucking
right.
train. They want us out anyway,
Right.
But
Instead, he's trying to send his wife and kid off so he can stay and work.
you've been watching fucking Hammer movies, huh?
I have.
See,
I have
here,
been watching
I've always
some Hammer
considered
movies.
myself a Hammer guy.
Okay.
And I've always considered you
Universal.
a Universal
for
guy.
sure.
But that's not to say that I don't fucking love Universal Monsters.
it's
They
a-
were my first, really.
I'm a Star Wars guy, not a Trek guy.
Right.
But
right.
I watched the Trek too,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I wanted to step out of my comfort zone and
Which
watch
Hammers did
some
you
Hammers
watch?
that I haven't ever watched.
Yeah.
I've watched a bunch actually in the last couple days.
Yeah.
I can tell you, what's the one that there's a couple that I really enjoyed, like more than I thought I would.
Okay.
All the Draculas.
You watched all of them?
Yeah, I think so.
They're really good.
Yeah,
They're a ton of fun, dude.
I am a Peter Cushing.
So red.
Fucking.
Christopher Lee?
Christopher Lee. Just that team.
Yeah.
I
They're really
need it
great
now.
together.
I
Yeah.
need it now.
I
Like
hear
I
you.
need there to be more. Like I started watching the Hounds of Baskervilles
They're in other
because I
movies together.
needed them to be together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
They're in a couple of Amicus movies together, too.
I'm gonna say this reserved, and I've never said it out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
I am a Universal guy. I am
Yes.
totally.
Yeah.
And on all levels, for the most part, it's Universal for me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Christopher
okay.
Lee's my Dracula, man.
He's such a good Dracula, dude.
I love the bloodshot red
He
eyes
is my
and
favorite
the womanizing attitude and the
He's,
fucking.
and he's like a dick.
He's a dick, yeah.
He's
And
just,
yeah, and
he throws people to the side like
nothing.
they weren't
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
So
he's
fucking-
truly a beast.
He's brutal.
Instead of look into my eyes,
You know,
it was-
Bela
like I
Lugosi-
love him
Bela
as
Lugosi.
Dracula.
Bela Lugosi was like kind of a con man. Remember when he walks in
Right.
the room and he's all hello, and
Yeah.
he's in this fucking evening wear and he's just like conning the whole room. And it was like Christopher Lee's Dracula is way more like I'm a vampire. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Like you're in
Yeah.
my castle. I'm
Yeah.
gonna drink your blood. Fuck you. Like that's just how it is. Like
so
it was only the first one that they even play around a little bit with him trying to pretend he's something
just a
else.
little bit.
It was just that first one. It wasn't long either.
I watched a bunch. A bunch of the Draculas. And
They're good.
I liked them so much. I ordered the 4-pack.
Yeah.
It's coming today.
It's
from
fucking
Amazon.
rad.
So first time watch for me for Hammer.
Yeah.
I watched The Mummy.
Oh,
I never watched
the
the
Christopher
Hammer
Lee
version.
and Peter Cushing.
Yes,
Tons of fun. Super cool.
loved it.
Loved
it.
How would you think of Christopher Lee's Mummy?
I liked it.
It's cool, right? Strong looking.
Strong,
Yeah.
faster walking,
Yeah.
not so limpy, not so.
Not as fragile looking.
No, he looked like he could take some business.
Yes.
Like he threw a dude out a window with both hands and shit. You know, it
Yeah.
wasn't this. You know, one hand wrapped up. I'm gonna the choke. You know,
choke.
the
The
choke.
one-handed
The choke.
Lon
Yeah.
Chaney choke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which also I gotta throw in. I've been watching all the Lon Chaney Mummy movies.
I really
I
like
steered
those.
away from them for a long time.
They're my
because
favorite.
I love the original Mummy.
With
That-
Karloff?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
the mummy for
he
like
is.
2 seconds.
Yeah,
That's
but
what fucking pisses me off.
But he's
The little kid in me,
honest, babe.
the child in me,
Needed
is
more
like,
Mummy.
wait, where's the mummy? Where's the... Yeah, he was there for like 2 seconds. And he's never come... Like, by the end of the movie, I'm like, he never fucking came back like that. That was it. That's it. That's all I get. Boris Karloff in a fez is what I get. The rest of this movie,
But-
I was real upset. Having said that, having
love that movie.
rewatched it as an adult, it's a really good movie.
It is.
I love the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies. I love them. They're so bad and
They
cheesy.
are.
But there's like, again, there's something like very, the child, the boy, little boy in me loves those movies. It's like Indiana Jones. If I saw that movie at 5, I'd have been fucking out of my mind.
I did. That's why I
And-
love it so much.
Well, I mean the Mummies.
Yeah, I know what
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just tons. Especially the first
What's the
one.
dude's
The
name?
first one is really good.
It's Benny.
Yes. Yeah.
Ah,
He's
the character exhausts me.
I love. Well, he plays the same character in like a couple horror
I know.
movies. You know, that actor. I like that actor.
So anyway,
But
Lon Chaney mummies, awesome. I can't talk
Yeah.
about Brendan Fraser mummies.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah.
horrible. They're so bad.
well, my point was, I didn't
At one point,
love.
they're in a blimp.
I didn't.
They're in a blimp.
Oh, well, that's the second one. That one's not nearly as good. So
And they have a kid.
that's terrible. Yeah, the second one's really bad. The second one's really bad. The first one's a fucking really fun movie.
I like
I-
when he
and-
comes yelling out in the sand.
I hate really bad computer generated effects. I
Okay.
hate them. And the Mummy's full of them. They're
Yes,
really
it
dated.
is.
You know,
They are
they're-
now.
and I think a lot of the computer generated effects that are considered really great now are going to look like shit in 20 years. I think I think sometimes it's a bad idea. I think sometimes they need to just go with fucking practical effects so that in 20, 30 years, people won't be looking at this movie and laughing at it.
Perfect example. I just watched Aliens again. Collector's edition, director's cut, Aliens. Holds up.
Hicks,
Yeah, oh yeah.
great movie.
Holds up today. Solid.
Yeah.
Solid. It
Aliens
still
is one of
looks
those
fucking
movies.
amazing,
It
dude.
looks
It
great,
looks great. The guns are fucking awesome.
Guns
The
are awesome.
fucking cast was awesome. It was game over.
It's
man.
one of the greatest movie guns of all time.
The mounted swivel.
That
one?
one's cool too,
It's
but
pretty
I
cool, too.
really like the fucking other one.
The,
The pulse rifle. That
Yeah.
one's really cool. But that's that's a movie that stands the test.
And
of
no
time.
CGI. I mean, except for like space scenes a bit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
the only
even-
like computer generated effects are like the computer effects on their readouts and shit. Do you know what I
Witcher
mean?
shit.
Like,
Yeah,
I think the rest of it is all like, you know, blue
dudes
screen
in suits
type
and shit.
stuff,
Yeah.
with miniatures and shit
It
like
looks
that.
awesome.
And
Still
a lot of
looks
puppets, a lot of puppetry.
And a lot of creative lighting. You make
did a
shit
re-
dark enough, you
I
don't
think
have
they
to.
only
Like,
had 6 or 7 of those fucking suits.
really?
Yeah, and he made it look like a fucking 1,000.
Gangsters. Yeah, dude, there was a ton coming
Yeah, I
down
think
those
they
pipes.
had like 6 of them, man. 6 of those suits, and they made it look like hundreds of them.
So I got to go another subject real quick. I don't know if you've seen it. You see Three from Hell?
No,
Okay, we'll talk about it some other time.
no, you saw it. Though.
I did.
You did. No, good. I might like it.
If I paid for it,
Yeah.
I'd be twice as pissed.
Really?
I
Is it
didn't-
like that?
I
I haven't seen it.
I didn't like it at all, man.
I haven't seen it. I love Devil's Rejects. Love that movie. If
Okay.
for no other reason than the ending. It's a great ending. The heroes die,
But they didn't.
but they didn't.
But they didn't.
So, shit.
They each
You know?
took like 20 plus bullets apiece, and all 3 of them still
That's what I
lived.
heard. Yeah, they got like 20 gunshots apiece. And they,
That's how. the
people
next
don't
one
survive
starts.
shit like that. But then again, they're like,
But they
crazy,
show the-
super crazy.
That, and they show like the
Was it like
their medical doctor records. They show the penciled out body shape and
Mhm.
where the X's are of the bullet wounds, and it was
Yeah.
like shoulder blade, elbow.
no
hip,
headshots?
No headshots, dude. They're all fine. They were all fine.
You could take a headshot and live, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew a guy that got shot in the face.
I know a guy who
He's
shot
walking around
straight
like an
through his
asshole.
temple.
He did what?
Shot straight through his temple.
Yeah.
Like it went in and out, and all he did was make himself blind.
The guy I knew got shot in the face, and the bullet went through his face and up into his brain. Walking around like it wasn't shit. Got shot in the fucking face,
Right.
dude. Walking around like, fuck you, selling drugs.
Nice.
Well, that's great,
Of course.
right? It's a
So
fun.
what else? What else have you watched?
What have I watched?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I have listened to the. This is embarrassing. I'm at work and I'm listening to the audio book version of the film novelization of Halloween 3 Season of the Motherfucking Witch.
It was the anniversary yesterday.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm listening to the novelization of Halloween 3.
All right.
And they're really, you know what they cut out? You know what's not in the fucking book? Remember that fucking little redheaded number that he's got like working on? Hey, the fucking
she's-
autopsy chick?
Yeah.
Not in the book.
At all.
Nope.
He wasn't calling back to anyone.
Nope. Well, when he is making phone calls, it's like to the sheriff's office or
Right.
something. And I think he does make a call home. He calls her. He called his wife, his ex-wife. He calls her a stupid bitch.
Dang.
It's like, burn them. Take those fucking massive. Wait. And he's like, wait. Don't burn them. No, don't burn them. He's like, just throw them away. And she's like, she goes on about, oh sure. You don't want me to fuck. You don't want him to have what I got him.
Right.
And he calls her a stupid. He's like, you stupid bitch. And he like freaks out and she hangs up on him. He's like, you idiot.
Of course.
Your kids are gonna die because you don't know how to talk to your ex-wife. Great fuck. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. I watch Halloween 3 every fucking Halloween, and I haven't watched it yet. So, but
You still got a week.
my girlfriend hates it. She hates Halloween. I can't fucking blame her. 9 out of 10 people hate Halloween 3.
But
You know?
for all their own reasons.
Um,
I'd say 8 out of 10 people hate
Hate
it
it 'cause
because
Michael
it
Myers
doesn't have
isn't in
Michael
it?
Myers in it. Yeah.
yeah.
You watch that thing stand alone. If it was just called Season of the Witch,
If it was just called Season of the Witch, it
it would still be one of my favorite all-time movies.
Oh, for sure.
Dude,
I kind of like the fact that it's Halloween 3 and that it's this weird,
I do too.
redheaded stepchild. Have you heard this fucking weird theory? I gotta tell you this.
Okay.
It's just kind of fun. It's not.
Okay.
It's not like serious. You know what I mean? But it is
Okay.
fun to think about. So you know how fucking. Remember when Michael killed his sister, and he's walking outside, and his parents take his mask off, and the look on his face, he's like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yes.
He's like, let's check this out. This ties in all the movies. The reason why Michael killed his sister was because he was wearing a silver shamrock beta mask. It was a trial run that fucking kind of their initial idea was, well, what if we just make all the kids psycho and they kill their parents?
Kill whoever's in the house.
Yeah, just kill what if that would be like a cool, kind of justice. And then, they eventually changed their minds and figured out a way to kill everybody in the house,
Right.
But it was like, what if this mask was like a beta run, like a trial run, a prototype
Right.
that they sent out a few that year, just a couple to see what happened. And Michael Myers ended up with one.
Testing market.
And it just fucked him up. Like, it fucking erased Michael Myers. You know what I'm saying? And turned him into what he was. Kind of a fun idea.
No, it's fantastic.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
My girlfriend told me that.
It's great.
And I think here's the thing. I think Halloween 3 is growing on her. Like, it grew on me. Halloween 3
it takes a long time.
grows on you.
Yeah,
I remember the first time I saw it at like 11.
The first time I saw it, I was like, where the fuck's Michael Myers? But
I was like 11,
was a
and I was
kid,
like, what the fuck is happening? I was just getting into horror, and I didn't need things to be fucking confusing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm
I
like,
needed cut and
what
dry.
the fuck? God damn it. Halloween 3, no Michael Myers. Friday the 13th, part 1, no Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I'm fucking lost.
Right.
I just felt like I needed some kind of...
So many people don't know that the hockey mask didn't even happen until 3.
Until 3, it was
3.
fucking 3. It had, I don't know, a third of the way into part 3. He gets
I
his
really
hockey
like the pillowcase bag thing, too.
mask. Do you?
I do. Looked pretty mean with the overalls and the axe. And I bought into it. It was
I
scary.
never think anyone in overalls looks scary.
Too bummed.
It's too bumpkin. It's
I
just,
But inbreeders are scary.
oh, yeah. They're probably the scariest motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah.
On TV, on your TV, not so scary. In
Right.
person,
Terrifying.
with their fucking duck gun, yeah, they're fucking creepy as fuck. But
Which makes me think of Tucker and Dale.
yeah,
Your kid's going camping! It's so fucking crazy.
God, dude.
What else is mandatory for Halloween?
I'm working on Halloween 3. I don't think that's gonna happen tonight, but I'm gonna try and make it happen. I think now that I'm talking about it, I think I'm just gonna put it in. It's like fuck it.
There you go.
What'd you think of that?
Right. Good luck with that.
And that's when I come out of the shower and fucking Try Guys is fucking on. I'm like, motherfucker. Another night of Try Guys. Okay,
I don't know what that is, and I'm glad.
dude.
I don't
You
know
know,
what that is.
you don't need to know
I don't.
because you can guess. I'm sure. It's just you don't. It's just
No.
not
I'm scared
specifics.
to guess.
Not specifics, but it's just
Transgendery?
No, it does sound that way though, doesn't
That's
it?
what I thought.
When I, no,
That's
yeah.
what I thought.
We have a third gender.
Maybe.
We're the Try Guys.
I'm not gonna.
It
claim
does
to
sound
be
that way,
him.
doesn't it?
That's my first thought.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
know nothing about it.
Now that you say that, when she first told me that, I was like, the Try Guys, and I did. I was like, I thought that was like a sexually liquid term. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
So what is it
so
for
they
real?
all just swing every fucking way, huh?
I do what I want.
I do what I want. Toys, whatever, animals, cats.
So what is it really?
They try things.
Oh, okay.
Try. They try shit.
Okay.
They try guys. That's what she watches.
And they do like reviews.
Sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
The only ones I really like are the ones where this guy Keith eats the entire menu from a certain fast food place. Literally the whole thing. You gotta see it. It's kind of great. He'll go to Wendy's and order every single thing on one of every single thing on the menu, and take at
Eat
least
it?
one bite of
Oh, okay.
everything
Okay.
and tell you if it sucks or not.
Alright.
So it's kind of that's
That's
kind of
alright.
fun to watch the guy get sick
Right.
compared to the rest of it, which really is painful
Okay.
sometimes. But I love my girlfriend.
So anyway, what else are you gonna try to fit in?
So
Halloween mandatory movies. for
motherfucking
Halloween season.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre #1. For sure. Texas, the first one. I love 2.
I love 2.
I love 2, man. But the first one, I gotta watch it every fucking October. October hits.
And you watched the remake, right?
The one with Jessica Biel? The one with Jessica Biel?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
That's the one you're talking about?
No.
I know. I'm just fucking
No,
with
not
you.
at all. I mean, I'll watch it. But, no, I'm not going to put it on,
Oh, I'm just fucking.
That first one's really good, though, man. It's a really good fucking movie.
So that's a Halloween season.
That's a
mandatory.
Halloween movie, yeah. Fucking that chainsaw. I am going to watch The Creature Walks Among Us.
Really?
For sure.
Okay.
Probably the
Do
worst.
tell.
The worst of the creature movies.
What do you mean probably? For sure.
It's for sure the worst of the creature movies, yeah.
Ah.
It's the one where the creature from the Black Lagoon is walking around in jammies.
And he's been
Like a sweatsuit. He's lost his gills. They've been burned off from the fire that he was in.
and they do like they try to make him more human, no? Like they do
They put him in a
experiment
cage,
on
like a
No, they do a surgery to make him more human. Like they
well, his okay, so his yes, they
he
do
turns into the gas station attendant from
They-
Day of the Dead.
they do perform surgery on him.
Yeah.
After he's burned in part 2,
Yeah.
they discover that he has lungs, like vestigial lungs, that like are capable of
Air.
breathing.
Yeah.
So, and his gills are like burned, and they're actually like coming off even, and like,
Yeah.
and so they do some fucking surgery, and by the time we see him, he's much less fishy looking. Like a lot of
not
the,
at all.
like a lot of the scales and fins and shit are gone.
He still has the same lips. That's about
He's
it.
still got the same lips, and he's got like a very it's a similar look, but it's not nearly as creative.
I don't like it.
And he's wearing a sweatsuit. For some reason, they've given him clothes, and like it's really weird. It was a weird choice. Like let's put the creature in clothes, like a top and bottoms.
Again, I think they were trying to make him more human.
Yeah, because they were
Yeah.
talking to him and shit, and
Yeah.
trying to get him to like do shit. But
We can find a way to work you into society.
I just got the Creature from the Black Lagoon set,
Okay.
and I don't have Revenge of the Creature and The Creature Walks Among Us. I have The Creature from Black Lagoon, but I don't have the other two.
So you got the.
So now I have two copies.
You got one of those.
Yes.
Watch that one.
Yeah, I got the Frankenstein and the Creature. I didn't get the whole thing.
DVD or Blu-ray?
DVD. I don't fuck with Blu-rays. They're like fucking $50. Suck my dick, world. I'm poor. I watch DVDs. So
Some of them are on sale right now, though.
well, I take that back. The fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a fucking Blu-ray. But that's the only way I could get it. It was the only. Found it at fucking Walmart, by the fucking way. Never fucking in a million fucking years did I ever think I would find the Texas Chainsaw Massacre at fucking Walmart's fucking religious ass.
But they won't sell music that has cussing, right?
They do now, I think.
That's weird.
I think they just want the money.
I don't know. I never buy music.
I think they're just worried about the money.
Right.
You know, they're not. Their kids, their grandkids have taken over, and their grandkids are like,
Let's get
let the heathens have their shit.
Right.
You know, we got churches to build, Grandpa.
Make money, Grandpa. Exactly.
But
so I got a couple mandatory Halloweens
yeah,
that I've been watching. I have some mandatories, and then I looked up on the internet too. I was just I asked like what Halloween movies contain elements of Halloween in them.
okay,
So like the Halloween Party for Donnie Darko,
yes,
and I watched Night of the Demons.
Hocus Pocus.
No, I did not watch Hocus Pocus.
No,
No,
oh,
no, I don't. I don't watch that movie.
I've never seen it.
Never ever.
She just showed it to me because she's a girl. And girls love fucking Hocus Pocus.
They've all seen
You
it.
know, witchy girls love Hocus Pocus.
I've still never seen Titanic.
It's terrible.
I'm escaping
It's
it.
fucking terrible. Look, I'm a history guy, right? I love history. That was a real fucking event that happened to real fucking people. And you're gonna fucking make up these two fucking mo's, and that's what the fucking movie's about? Real people did shit and died. And we're worried about these, like, two fake-ass fucking people? Who gives a shit?
Nice.
Like, it's, like, that's like making a movie about that fucking flight during 9/11 that went down, but instead
me
of the
started.
guys that did it, putting two fake motherfuckers on the plane. That's exactly what it is. It's fucking,
Kind
it's
of.
fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on.
I hate that fucking movie. I hate that shit.
Halloween Party in House 2.
Oh, I love House 2. Fuck you. Fucking love House 2.
The second
I can watch
story.
House. I just watched House 2 like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
And I watched
Love
House
that
2
Crystal Skull.
when I was first getting into horror. I was like 10 or 11, and I was just like trying to really like get into it. You know, like
Okay.
I like this shit, and I'm trying to like get in. And House 2 was a movie for if you really like horror, but you're a scared ass bitch, and you're just like you can't handle Chainsaw Massacre yet. You just
Need to
can't.
ease into
You just can't. You just fucking. You're gonna like. It's gonna fucking change you. Watch House 2, and it kind of eases. It's like, oh, horror's fun.
Right?
This is fun. This isn't scary. What was I so scared of? It's like getting on a roller coaster. You know, it's not so bad. And then you like hit some serious shit, and it's like, whoa. Even now as an adult, like I still love when I watch a horror movie or just a movie that is fucked up, and you go, whoa, holy fuck. I hear jokers like that.
I've heard that too.
I hear people are walking out of Joker
I
like,
heard that too, but
fuck. Like how I came out of 7 going, holy fuck. Like,
right?
oh, and I saw 7 on a head full of acid. Tripping balls. And I didn't even know what I was going to see. Imagine that.
Right?
Imagine tripping balls and walking. Don't even know you're walking into 7, and you walk into 7, and it's 7, and it's fucking, whoo! I walked out of that scared. I walked out of that movie scared. And when a movie makes you scared, it just doesn't happen all that often anymore. Like, at least for me.
Even if I hear someone really far away say, "What's in the box?"
Ah.
It's immediate.
But, you know, Joker, I think, I'm not scared, and I don't think I'm going to walk out of it scared.
I think it's going to depress me. I think it's too much reality for me.
it seems like very much like a class battle thing going. You know, like the poor and the rich. You know, and like there's such inequality right now in the pay world.
Yeah.
You know, like
Oh, yeah.
I know, like it
It's not middle
sucks.
class anymore.
You know, like you can't be middle class. You're poor, or you're doing really well. You know, or you're a fucking gajillionaire. There's no like middle ground anymore. Like it kind of sucks. You know.
It does.
But I think, yeah. Anyway,
It does.
but I think that's what Joker touches on a lot.
Right.
Is that, and that's what's like I think attracting people to it. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know that, and also
So-
it's got a very Taxi Driver vibe.
Very much so.
Feel
Very
me?
much so. Yeah, totally.
You know?
It feels that way.
It feels very Taxi Driver.
And I know we discussed it. It's the Saturday Night Live Grouch fucking thing.
Grouchy.
That was fantastic.
What's that guy's name?
I can never remember.
Hopper.
Yeah, it's
from
Hopper.
Strange
it's
Things.
Dad bod. Whatever. The fuck.
Dad bod Hopper
Exactly.
from Stranger Things plays Oscar.
So, what do you think about Trick or Treat? And let's talk about both of them.
You mean that kid, Sam?
Yes, I do.
I like Sam.
I do too.
I
It's a fun story.
like anthologies.
I do too. They keep me entertained.
Easy to eat.
Yeah.
It's like when you get a plate and it's all cut up into spaces, like at the fucking
the sampler platter.
school, you know?
Oh, actual divided up.
Yeah,
tray.
like, you know, like the fucking lunch tray. Yeah, and it's like split up and you've got your beans and your corn and your fucking brownie. It's
Okay,
like,
so
that's
have
what
you
anthology
watched
is.
the new Creep Show? There's so much we haven't covered. 'Cause
You
we
know
haven't
what?
been recording.
I haven't.
It's fucking awesome.
You told me about the dollhouse.
It is
episode,
awesome.
which seems like a
I'm-
really, like that felt like Stephen King. When you just
Yeah.
you telling me the story of the dollhouse
Right.
felt like Stephen King. That felt like a Stephen King story, like something he would write for sure.
Yeah.
And this is Creepshow, right?
Yes.
So is he writing any of this?
They're based on his books and
Okay.
stuff like the very.
It's been so long since I picked up Stephen King.
Yeah, me
I
too.
read everything King up to a certain year, and then I stopped.
But you're gonna be good with this.
I think it
for
was
the most
Buick
part.
8 that I stopped at.
Okay.
I think I stopped at Buick
Is it
8.
Buick 88?
Buick 88? I think it was Buick 8. Or from Buick. I don't know, something like that. If someone knows the
not
fucking book,
It was Dylan. The guy who was making the freeway?
no, that's Dolan's Cadillac.
Dolan's Cadillac.
That's a short story. There was
So
a
anyway,
novel he
It
wrote.
opens up with gray matter.
Yeah, I
Dad
love that
drinking
story.
beer,
He turns into a fucking slimy
manny,
green
slimy blob.
monster. How did it look?
Awesome.
Was it practical?
A mix, I think. There was some
Yeah.
CGI in it.
Where
But-
is he moving?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Was the CG
Yeah.
part when he was moving?
And eating, maybe.
Because I remember there was.
But he was very blobby looking, like, do you remember when, Poltergeist dad turns into the worm?
Yes! Where he pukes up the worm?
Yeah, and then he turns into it, though. Or it's like,
He didn't turn
he
into it.
pukes it back up, like, full size.
Yeah, he pukes it up.
And then
Yeah.
it's all,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like that
It
shit.
kind of looks like the fucking tequila worm monster
Yeah, kinda.
from Poltergeist 2.
Kinda. And, like, the very end.
That's one of my most. I
the
hate
fly.
that monster.
Yeah, it gives me the willies.
He
when I
gives
was a
me the
kid.
fucking creeps like
Yeah.
that's, you know what?
Dude, when it's spinning in the bottom of the bottle and its
Oh,
eyes open.
I
I just
gotta
watched that
pause
recently,
just for
too.
a second.
Poltergeist 2.
The Poltergeist movies
The old man's the creepiest thing
are
I've ever
probably
seen.
some of the scariest fucking movies I've ever seen in my life.
There's elements
Legit.
from those movies that still scare me.
To this day.
Mm-hmm.
To this day.
The little clown on the chair.
The clown. Yeah. The fucking throat closet. The fucking, when the guy's eating the chicken
Dude,
and he walks into the fucking bathroom and his face melts off.
there's those maggots coming out of
Coming
the
out of
beef
the
and
meat.
shit. Yeah. Yeah.
There's that whole movie's
And that little
fucked.
midget lady creeps me out, too. But the
Carol Ann. I
old
can't
man,
do your
the
voice.
preacher in part 2,
In part 2.
terrifies
Where did
me.
they find that skeleton?
They dug him up. Dude, he's really dead. He's
He
got to
is
be really
fucking
dead.
Horrible looking old man.
Dude. I had no trouble believing that he was a ghost or that he was dead.
He was horrible.
If
Horrible.
he came singing that song walking up to my porch, I'd shoot him.
My,
Zombie attack.
You know, I think I remember I was little when those came out. Real little. So I think I saw 2 before I saw 1. I might be fucking wrong, though. I think they might have been playing around like at the same time.
They had that old man on the cover of an Anthrax album.
Yeah. Yeah, he's that
He's that
fucking
creepy.
hardcore. He's that fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucking, what was it that was in those fucking movies that really fucked me up? Fuck, man.
Dude,
Oh, the fucking Tequila Monster. Okay, so that really bothered me, like a lot as a kid, because he goes under the fucking bed, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're good. Don't put him under the bed. For the rest of my life, I got Tequila Monsters under my fucking bed. Kiss my fucking ass.
I hate the under the bed stuff too.
I that thing going under the bed wasn't fucking fair. Like that kind of felt like breaking the rules a little bit. Like there's a certain boundary. Like, and I just felt, I don't know, man. I was like, dude, no, there's no safe place. Do you know? Literally, you just took it away, and because the under the bed's bad enough, but he literally just showed me what's under there, and it's horrible.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Tequila Monster. It was, God, do you know that actor was legless? That's how they got him to look that weird. He didn't have legs, that actor. That's why he looked like that. Why he had arms and it was like trailing like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
It's because that actor had no legs. It's fucking, I saw
That's messed up.
a behind the scenes thing of them putting makeup, like getting him together, and I was like, that's why he's so fucking terribly scary. You know what I mean? Because they
Right.
found this guy with no leg,
Yeah,
and he's
that
got
is
those
terrifying.
little nubbies. You know those fucking like when he's crawling away, he's got the little fucking. Oh my god!
Yeah, that whole thing was terrifying.
It was like he was still growing. You know, like he was still like, you know, like he puked him up. And he was like this weird fucking thing. And he goes, it was like he was like every time you saw him, he was like still like changing. It was fucking.
It was creepy, gross.
So fucking awful.
Okay, another first time watch for me
Yeah.
recently that I really, really enjoyed more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I watched I believe it's 88 or 86, one of the other remake of The Blob.
I love that fucking movie.
It's got Matt Dillon's brother in it.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
It's got that chick from the fucking Saw movies and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to realize who she was, but
She's like a horror babe.
but all young.
What's her fucking... I should know her name because she's like a Danielle Harris. You know, she's like a horror actor. You know, she's like
Basic.
a quote-unquote scream queen.
Whatever.
Like they call them at the fucking conventions, the cons. Fucking,
Oh, that's the other one. The spider from The Thing. That's what I always think
The
is
spider?
underneath my bed.
oh, well, like...
The
like,
head upside down with the spider legs. That's
oh,
hiding
when
under
the guy's
desk.
head
It's
falls
fucking-
off
Yeah.
and it grows legs and crawls
like a
away.
crab spider thing.
Yeah.
And it's screaming when they set it
his
on fire.
eyeballs come out like on stalks.
Yes. Yes.
And then, they set it on fire, and then it screams, and it shoots out tendrils, and it's like still trying to get away.
That's what's under my bed.
Fucking
Fucking hate
gross. For years, it was the tequila worm monster for me. That's what did it. That was under my bed until, I don't know,
Last
my
week.
20s, you know? And then it just, more things became more horrible. You know, like taxes. My paycheck is what became my nightmare. That's when you know childhood's over.
Another one I watched that I'd never seen before, Waxworks.
Yeah, you told me about this, and I don't think I've fucking seen it.
It needs to go on your radar fast.
What year?
I'm going to guess 85?
Okay. Who's in it? Anybody I know?
A bunch of people.
Horror people? Or just 80s people?
80s people, but horror people do, kind of.
Okay.
The photographer from The Omen.
Oh, that's right. You fucking, okay, that's that movie. That was the Waxwork?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's got the girl from Return of the Living Dead.
Which one? Oh, the fucking girlfriend.
Freddy's girl.
Freddy's girl. That's right. I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, they walk
It
into
had
the
a great
exhibit,
story. Yeah,
and you
if they-
walk into the exhibit, like
if
the
you
world. of the exhibit.
breach those red velvet ropes that
Yeah.
are around the exhibit in any way,
Yeah.
you're sucked into a real world version of that exhibit.
So I'm looking at
until you die.
Phantom of the Opera, and then I walk through the red velvet ropes,
And now
then
you're
I'm
in the sewers
the
and
fucking
shit.
sewers
Yeah.
of Paris.
But then after he kills you,
Yeah,
you're back in the display as the newest
as the
dead
new
thing.
victim of
Yeah.
the fate.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Yeah, it was
That
fun.
is a cool
It
story.
was fun.
That is
I
a cool
liked it.
story. I like that. I do like that. I fucking yeah, I do
Terrific
remember you
movies.
telling me about that. I like. Well, who did So the guy who plays evil in that's how I remember it. The guy who plays evil in Time Bandits.
Yes.
What is his role in that movie in Waxwork?
He's the owner.
He's the owner. And is he like the devil or something?
Kinda. He's bringing people there to feed this exhibit
Uh-huh.
and unleash the exhibit upon the world.
So he is like
Thinning the population.
he's
Mhm.
like a Randall Flagg. Yeah. You hear they're remaking fucking
I don't want to talk about it.
The Stand?
Yes.
Who's playing who, man?
I heard. I did actually
You did?
I heard who the new Randall Flagg's going to be, and I wasn't sold on it.
I didn't like the first Randall fucking Flagg.
I didn't either, but I don't like the new one.
That's not Randall fucking Flagg. Not in my brain.
Yeah,
You know who
trying
I
to
think?
remember.
You know what I think would be a good Randall Flagg? Maybe.
Matthew McConaughey?
He did play Randall Flagg. He did, didn't he? He played fucking Walter O'Dim, the man in fucking black.
It's
Didn't he?
it's Skarsgård.
Fuck you, Ron Howard.
Pennywise is the new Randall Flagg.
He's the new Flag?
Mm,
He's so young.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Oh, wait. Alexander?
Alexander Skarsgård.
Wait, it? Or the older one?
He might be the older one.
The one who was on True Blood?
I hate you for knowing that.
The Viking vampire, Eric? How do I not know that? Let's see. That is him. That is him. He's the new fucking Randall Flagg. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not into it. I'm not into it either, bro. Yeah, no. He's not Randall Flagg.
It left me standing.
You know,
and it's going to be a CBS All Access show too. It's
You
not
know-
hitting the movie theater.
you know who I always pictured as Randall Flagg when I was reading that book?
Who?
Was Christopher Eccleston, I think.
Who's that?
He is a British actor with a serious schnoz.
Of course
And he
he is.
kind of looks like Ralph Fiennes.
Okay.
But he's not Ralph
Okay.
Fiennes. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
I think, Eric, man, please forgive me. This is not a good, anyways, this sucks, but at the end, remember the bad guy from Gone in 60 Seconds?
Yes.
The guy with the wood? The guy,
Yes.
you remember? That
Yes.
actor. I always pictured as Randall Flagg for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why, but
Do you know who I think would be a good
I think
Randall
he should
Flagg?
be British. I just do.
I think it should be not the good version, but the bad version of Dude in the Dark Half.
Oh!
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. God,
But-
Hutton? Is
Yeah,
that his name?
Timothy Hutton.
Timothy Hutton?
When
Is
he
that
was
it?
wearing the cowboy boots
When
and
he's
the
the other
black
character?
slicked back hair before he starts to like ears fall off and shit. When he's still like normal.
Howard Stark? George Stark.
George,
He's George Stark. It's George Stark.
is
Yeah,
it? Yeah,
it is.
they bury him,
They buried him.
which pissed him off bad.
He's like, you ain't killing me, bitch.
Right.
I love him. That was, you know what, in a lot of ways, I think that character is
I'm
Flag.
sure it is.
Do you know what I mean?
It has that feel to it.
In a lot of ways, that character is Flag, I think.
probably.
I do.
It's all lurky Stephen King, right?
He,
There we are. We're
he's-
at the time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Stephen King.
Stephen King.
It
he's
should
the
end
hero.
with Stephen King. It should.
Watch the new Creepshow. I'm putting it out there. It's good. It's worth it.
I will. I've been meaning to. And I forgot that Gray Matter was in it. I kept thinking of the fucking Dollhouse. Which episode is it?
Very first episode.
First episode is Gray Matter.
Very
And the
first.
Dollhouse?
Or
is that the second
episode, second story?
So what's the first episode? Gray
It's-
Matter and what else?
I don't remember.
Because it's 2 stories, right?
It is. I got them all mixed up now because I watched all 6 of them.
All right, I'll watch it for sure because I love Gray Matter. I love that story.
All right, so happy Halloween.
Yeah.
We'll try to record again soon.
Yeah,
Thanks for listening.
sure.